Hey everybody, welcome to Midday Market Update. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here on our YouTube channel. I wanted to say hello to everybody. Thank you all for being here, taking time out of your day to see what's happening as the market is rocking and rolling mid-market today. If you can hear me, by all means, please type in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. I am dual streaming on both Facebook and on YouTube, so I can see that Todd is watching me here on Facebook, that Kathleen is watching me here on Facebook, and then I always know that all my people here on YouTube are watching. Where you watching from, as a matter of fact, as well. Type that in the room. I want to know where you're watching from, because I love, and we're getting some likes on Facebook, awesome. I love that we have a reach of VV Nation across the globe. So I'm definitely appreciative. This is a blessing for our YouTube channel. And if you're not already doing so, please share this link with people in your social circle so they can see what's going on. Let's bring some new eyeballs here to the channel, especially if they want to know about what's going on in the market and get a better understanding of why what's going on is going on. So Jay is watching me on both Facebook and on YouTube. Curtis on Facebook is telling me he's watching me from Idaho. How about Dimka from Belgium? Look at that from Belgium. And Badger says Tom is from the sticks. He's Tom is got me from the sticks. So he's in the woods somewhere with goats and stuff and all that stuff. So, man, Quebec, Canada, my kitchen island, really? From your kitchen island? Is that a place, Joey? Joey's in the background. Is that a place, Joey?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a place called my kitchen island. What do you think about CMCSA? I think that's going to be a great stock for the infrastructure bill. We won't look at it here today, but I just did a video on infrastructure stocks. CMCSA was one of the stocks that was covered in that video, I do believe. So if you guys are not already looking and thinking about the videos that we do on YouTube, please do so. And Ford, I talked about not too long ago as well on our YouTube channel. So some of the stocks that you're putting up here are stocks that we do cover in our YouTube evening videos. Please go check them out. Today's video at 6 p.m. is going to be another crypto video, but I'm going to take a little different take on it rather than what everybody else on YouTube is doing. I'm going to take a little bit of a different take, and I want you guys to make sure that you do watch it. I got somebody else from Belgium. Who's that? Ronnie. Ronnie is tuning in from Belgium. So I've got a couple of people from, like I said, across the globe chiming in, so I do appreciate that. Real quick before we get started, a couple of things. One, we have our Tampa 2-day coming up in January 7th and 8th. Seats for the live are going to sell out quick. If you haven't already gotten your tickets or your spot for the live, you need to do so quickly. And then if you don't want to go live, we have a live stream. To go live, www.vectorvest.com/Tampa. To go to the live stream or pay for the live stream so you can watch it from the comfort of your own home, www.vectorvest.com/stream. All right, and you got low prices right now, and coming up on this Friday for Black Friday, we're going to offer a special price as well. So there you go. Glenn, as a suggestion, would be nice to look at some of the losers and why. When you say some of the losers, some of the losing stocks, we can try to do that. Today is going to be one of those days where I might be able to have to look at some losers, but, something that may not be a bad idea. And a lot of it, is going to be depending upon what the market is doing. Remember, the market's direction affects about 80% of the stocks in the market. If the market starts to turn over like it's starting to look like it's doing now, the losers are going to be directly associated with that. So good question, VJ. And if I ever have an opportunity to do that, I will do that. I will definitely do that. All right. Let's get started. Let's go see. I'm looking at both chats, so I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. All right. So with that, let's go into the VectorVest software. And let's go take a look at what's going on today. And today, for those of you who are subscribers to the software, we're flashing a confirmed down call. And just to let you know, for everybody who's out there, when does that confirmed down call become an actually confirmed down call? Type it in the room. When does this confirmed down call actually stand as a confirmed down call? Type it in the room. Everybody in the room should know when that happens. And if you don't, you're going to find out when that confirmed down call actually stays as a confirmed down call. So I'm waiting for somebody to type the answer. I know we may have a little bit at the end of the day. There you go, Dave. Absolutely. So intraday, you can see it move. Intraday, you can see it move, but it doesn't turn into an actual down call until the end of the day. Now, Asif says 2-week market down and the buy to sell ratio below 1. If we're flashing the confirmed down call right now, Asif, that means it met the criteria for that to be down below 1 for 2 consecutive 5-day periods, and the buy to sell ratio is currently below the value of 1. That's the only way it can flash. That's the only way it can flash, is if it hit that criteria. All right. So we talked about Tampa. Another thing in regards to Patrick, he's doing the trading for charity. You guys need to support him. It's every Tuesday and Wednesday at 11:30 on our YouTube channel. He's doing a great job on raising money for less fortunate children for Christmas. And he and I are going to go out and buy the toys, and we're going to make a video to show what your donations have done for many unfortunate, less fortunate children. All right, so make sure you subscribe to our channel. As you subscribe to the channel during his webcast or through his live stream, you're automatically donating. If you do that, if you are not a subscriber to the channel and you subscribe to the channel during his live stream, you're donating. And then, of course, we have super chats that we can have as well. All right, so we have the combination of the two. So as I'm looking at the daily color guard or the color guard, a lot of red, but more yellow than anything. Prior to the red coming in, you guys should have been tightening stops on your stocks today. Just to follow up from the Jockey Club today, I did move the stops from Profit Locker Pro Prudent to Profit Locker Pro Aggressive. As I saw the flash of the confirmed down call, I wanted to make sure I was ahead of the game just in case we did close with a confirmed down. So I tightened the stops on the 4 stocks that we got into for the Jockey Club. So that's just a follow-up for you guys today in regards to that. But with that, confirmed down call, a lot of red, but more yellow than anything. The market today is mixed. The Dow is up 261 points, but the NASDAQ is taking a hit, down 0.7%. So the Dow is up 0.7. The NASDAQ is down 0.7, leveling out the market. The S&P, on the other hand, is up about 0.3, and our VectorVest composite currently is down about 0.4%. So the market is mixed today. I'm looking at the advance to decline, how many stocks going down compared to going up, and visually from the 8 o'clock hour, which was the pre-market. Am I in pre-market? Yes, I am. Let me take that off. That's what I thought. All right, now I can still see it, though. The advance to declines from the market open at 9:30, still falling off. More stocks, 51% of the stocks in the database are going down compared to going up, and we are still a mixed market. So I always want to look from here to see what's going on with the top sectors. Top sectors, we're going to come back to bank. I know that the money is going into bank today, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why in a minute. So I'm going to go to the next one, which is metal products, which is up about 1% today. I'm going to right-click on that and view the stocks in the business sector. Let's go see what stocks are moving in metal products. Look at this. There's 38 stocks here. I'm looking at the top 20. I'm going to sort the list by percentage price change. So if metal products is moving today, which stocks are moving it? We're going to take the top 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many? These are not all stocks that I know about. Schnitzer, Olympic Steel, Commercial Metals, Worthington. Why do you think these stocks are going up? This is also tied to the infrastructure bill. These are in metal products. A lot of metal is going to be needed in the infrastructure bill, whether it's for bridges, tunnels, or highways, that kind of thing. But keep in mind, the infrastructure bill is not just on building, it's about infrastructure. Looking at 5G, looking at clean energy, looking at electrical vehicles. All of these things are incorporated in this infrastructure bill, so just keep that in mind. Let's go take a look at these 4 stocks, the 4 fastest moving in this sector. We're going to view the stock graph. Now, what are we going to use? We're going to use the quad box. Right, Joey? It's the quad box. I like the 4 thingy, but Joey likes the quad box. So we're going to go.
I thought we said on quad thingy.
The quad thingy is the quad thingy. We're going to use the quad thingy. All right, right up here. You see it? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. When you click on that, I can look at stocks side by side, one over the other, or if I have 4 stocks in this case, I can put them all onto a graph. So metal products. We're looking at the fastest moving metal product stocks for the day. All right, which ones would you consider? I'm going to leave them right now. Actually, I need to put them on intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Because this is midday, let's go see what's going on. 5-minute bars, current day, intraday, 5-minute bars, current day, and intraday. I got a lot of stars and hearts coming up from Facebook. Nice. Thank you, guys. How many likes do we have? We have 37 likes. Again, folks, if you like the content that you see here, I always invite you to please hit the like button on the YouTube side and on the Facebook side. I love that you guys are hitting the like and the hearts. Keep it up, especially if you feel that this is useful for you. All right, let's go put all of these onto the intraday 5-minute graphs today. Wow, look at this, CMC. I'm using a 20-day exponential moving average or 20-period exponential moving average. Look at these moves. All of these, for the most part, with the exception of Zeus, have pretty much stayed above or at that level of the 20-period exponential moving average. Zeus, I'm not feeling the volume on Zeus as much as I'm feeling on Schnitzel. Schnitzel, what is that? Isn't that like a hot dog, a schnitzel? Anyway, CMC looks good. Look at that, pull back to the 20 period and now bounce back up. Worthington, look at that, nicely above the 20, bouncing off. Zeus is the only one that's giving me a little bit more volatility than not. But here's 4 of the best moving stocks in that sector from an intraday perspective or a midday perspective. Could be some ideas for you to look at. And look at CMC, again, bouncing off that 20-day exponential moving average and starting to bounce up. Keep your eye on that. Keep your eye on Worthington as well. I like the quad box thingy. I do like the quad box thingy. Now, for everyone who's putting in stocks for me to take a look at, I do that on Trending Thursdays. I am more structured here on Monday midday or midday market for the purposes I want to keep you on top of what's moving. Your individual stocks, again, Patrick will do that for you on Tuesday and Wednesday during his live stream, and I will do it for you on Thursday in Trending Thursday. So OJ, man, duh. OJ, hopefully that makes sense to you. All right. Let's close out of that. Now, that was just a view from the homepage. There's a lot of flexibility right here on the homepage. I can look at Midas Touch stocks to see what stocks are moving. Let's do that real quick. Let's take a look at the top 4 here. Right-click, view the stock graph, and I'm going to keep them. Ooh, look at that. Wire is a stock that I think we got into it today in the Jockey Club. That's a great looking stock. Bottom left, top right, above the 20. Look at the rising earnings growth. I like this stock. I cannot lie. You know, oh my God, Becky, look at that stock. I like big stocks and I cannot lie. Yeah. You like that, Joey? That was right on point, right? That was right on point. Or it could have been crickets. All right. Northern Michigan, Lewis, go blue. Big game this week. Big game. My wife is an Ohio State fan, and I am a Michigan fan, and we're going to be fighting tooth and nail. Not really. Don't be calling no police to my house saying Glenn said he's going to fight his wife. Don't even start that. All right, but it is a house divided as far as college football. Look at the 3-month graphs on these stocks. Holy smokes. Wire, it's been rocking and rolling. Builder, again, for the whole purposes of infrastructure, rocking and rolling. Tesla, you know what happened there, right? That's when Elon Musk sold some of his stocks, but look at the resiliency of this stock. This is a good company that just doesn't want to go down. And AOSL, a stock that we traded in our Jockey Club this morning as well, Oh, where's my Michigan cup? It's over there. It's on my counter. I'm not drinking coffee out of it today. I'm going to show it on Thursday, Ron. I'm definitely going to show it on Thursday. Kirby says a schnitzel is a slim slice of meat. Meat is usually thin by pounding with a meat tenderizer. That's a schnitzel. That's not this stock. This stock is not a schnitzel. This is a schnitzel. There's a difference. There's a difference between the two. All right, putting that out there. So, folks, you want to look at some stocks on our homepage that are rocking and rolling that look good? This is great. Watch AOSO, though. Look at that big wick at the top of the candle. There's a lot of selling pressure there. Builder has a little bit of selling pressure. Wire, not nearly as much. And Tesla, we all know that Tesla is good. All right. So from the homepage, folks, just gave you some ideas from the homepage. For those of you who are not subscribers to the VectorVest system, because you're a YouTube person on our channel, 99 cents gives you access for 30 days to looking at just what I just showed you. Looking at the homepage, especially midday, to see what's rocking and rolling. You can't get any simpler than that, folks. You really can't. So I offer that out there to you as well. You go to www.vectorvest.com/YT for YouTube. It designates you as a YouTube subscriber to our channel to gain access to the VectorVest software for 30 days for 99 cents. That's why you have to use YT. If you call in to get it, they're not going to give it to you. You're not going to give it to you. Mark says, sorry, he's late. Mark, you're never late. You're never late. My Facebook folks, you guys not talking much out there. Come on. Let me know you here. I'm all about both of y'all. I'm here to service both groups equally. So on my Facebook folks, I see you watching, but if you got some questions, you got some comments, by all means, please let me know. Please let me know. All right. So that's just from the homepage. All right, this is just from the homepage. Now, let's go into my watch lists that I have set up for midday market update. All right, now I've got a whole list of things that we go through. Jay says, I just signed up for 12. You signed up for 12 what? For 12 cents? Don't start no stuff up in here, Jay. All right, don't start no stuff up in here. It's 99 cents. 99 cents. All right. So when I look at the indices, I always want to look at what's going on with the IWM. All right. And then I want to look at what's going on with volatility. Market's moving down today, or mixed, but the volatility on the S&P 500. Oh, hold on. Let me stream this. There we go. I was about, hey, what's going on? IWM is down today, down about 0.2%. So the low dollar stocks people are getting out of. Why? They're getting out of it because there's a little bit more fear in the market, and they're getting out of the risk-on stocks. Robert on Facebook says, my wire is up 41%. 41, that's a great-looking stock. Bob says, looks like we're going to get a confirmed down if the market finished down today, correct? And the answer to that is yes. I talked about that when we first got started. We're flashing a confirmed down call intraday right now, and if it stays that way by the end of the day, we will have a confirmed down call, which is our slowest, most conservative market timing call. So the VIX is up. People are fearful in the market, but look, it is below the value of 20, all right, which means that when we get to a value of 20 on the VIX, on the volatility in the S&P 500, there's a lot more volatility in the market. It's below that number, but it's increasing. People are getting more fearful in the market as we speak right now. Kirby says SRTY and TZA are two contras on small cap. Yes. And you know something? We just got look at that. I just got somebody. James just joined the channel, just joined as a subscriber. Thank you for doing that, James. That's what I like to see, baby. Woo-wee. If I can talk to you about and you know something, I don't have to sell the program. I let the program sell itself. I'm just going to go through what the program has to offer, and you guys can determine whether or not you'd like to subscribe. And thank you very much for that, James. And I need to ask, how many of you right now are sharing this link right now? Just type a me in the room. How many of you are sharing the link? Actually, type a 1. Type a 1 if you're sharing this link right now. Type a 2 if you're sorry and you're not sharing it. You're sorry that you're not sharing it. So how many of you are sharing right now? Type a 1. And how many of you are like, oh man, I'm sorry, I'm not sharing it? Type a 2 in the room. I want to see both on both sides. You guys, if you like this content, folks, if you like this content, Let other people know what's going on. I love to see new eyes in here. So I see a lot of twos. And you know something? I'm giving you another opportunity while we're going through this. Just take a moment, share this link with your social circle, folks. Share. Monica is doing it. Thank you. Monica, I'm glad to see that you're here. Susie on Facebook is doing it. I see a lot of twos. You're sharing it with your pops. There you go, Monica. That's awesome. Share it with people that who else would you be sharing it with if it's people that you don't know? All right, share it with people you know. Share it with family members. So I'm happy that you're doing that. All right, so volatility is up and people are getting out of the lower dollar stocks. Now, let's go take this a step further. Let's go to my graphs and let's go do another quad box thingy. Let's go look at the Dow. Let's go look at the SPY. Let's go look at the IXIC. And what am I missing? Dow, NASDAQ, S&P, and the VVC. All right. So here are all of my market indices starting with the Dow. Let's go to the quad box thingy. Let's go put them all up. Harry says 2. He doesn't have any fans. Harry, you have a friend in me. I'm your friend, Harry. So I'm with you. You got a friend. And VV Nation is your friend. VV Nation is your friend. And I like that Michael is sharing with his son. That is awesome. All right. So let's go peep these out. I don't want to move that over. Let's fill it in. Let's go see what's going on with these. This is end of day. I don't think I want end of day. I'm going to put this on intraday, 5-minute bars current day, intraday, 5-minute bars current day. We're going to look at this all intraday. Let's go watch it live. 5-minute bars current day and intraday, 5-minute bars current day. All of these are looking at that 20-day exponential moving average. Let's go fill this in. Whew. Look at the Dow. Came out of the gate nice. The Dow, the S&P, all of them came out the gate nice this morning. But since that time, look at the NASDAQ taking a hit right now. Off the camera. Joey, take me off the screen. Take my picture off the screen if you're there. If you're not, I can do it, I think. Oh, boy. If this goes awry, this will be me. Where is it? Cam scene. I did it. I did it all by myself, Joey, because I'm a big boy. All right. Let's go hit reload here. Okay. There we go. Well, something went wrong on the YouTube side. All right. Something just went wrong on the... Joey's checking it. All right. So as I look, the Dow is still the strongest for the day. Look at it as it went up and it's consolidating, whereas the NASDAQ went up and fell. Also, the S&P 500 went up and fell. The VectorVest composite went up and fell. So the top 30 stocks in the market are holding in that they're moving a tad bit sideways, whereas the other ones have fallen for the day. Yet market just decided to fall off today. I thought TSM was breaking out, pulled back on me straight away, annoying. Listen, Jay, that's why I always sit back and say, let the market dictate what you do. All right, let the market dictate what you do. You don't sit there and try to outguess the market. Never do that. Never do that. And you know something? If the trade didn't work out, that's what you got stops for. Does that make sense, Jay Kelly? Does that make sense? Yeah, I know it don't feel so good. But as long as you mitigate the losses, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. All right, so I'm going to put my camera back on. Where is that? Joey's doing that. Thank you. I just wanted you to be able to see the fall down behind my big head. I could have done that, but I didn't want to do that. All right, so that's what's going on in the market. The Dow has got the legs right now to at least withstand what's going on. As a matter of fact, let me see. Oh, no, I want to do it this way. Let me see from a horizontal line. I'm going to draw a line of intraday support on the Dow. All right, on the Dow. Let's fill this back up again. I got an intraday support level of about 35,762. 35,762, which would have been a good example of a little bit of resistance here. But that's what we're sitting in. We're sitting in a channel on the Dow right now. So out of the four, it's the Dow that's holding in a little bit. You're cutting off here, and there's not sure if it's happening with anyone else. Real quick, let me just do a mic check because everybody can hear me clearly. If you can hear clearly now, the rain is gone. All right, let me know. Can you hear clearly now? Hopefully you are.
Happened earlier, and we dropped some frames, but it seems to be working now.
All right. That's why I got Joey. Joey said there was a little bit of something going on, but he fixed it. If you recall on Friday, the Dow was down and the NASDAQ was up. So it's a little bit different today, right? It's a little bit, and Jay says, yeah, for sure, mate. I got stopped out. I agree completely with you regarding the stop losses. I'm always going to tell you, never go against your stops because sometimes they can get you out too quick. And they can get you. I don't think there's ever a time we can get you out too late unless it gaps down. All right, so those are the main indices right now. And what they're doing is, oh, no, I just closed out at 7. Why does that happen, Joey? Sigh. I got to open back up 7. Yeah. It's all Joey. No, it's not even Joey's fault. It's got nothing to do with Joey. Joey's my boy. Right, Joey? We go back like dentist chairs, right? Yeah, something like that. We go back like the chiropractor. All right, so let me get my VectorVest 7 back up over here. There we go. All right, let's go back to the viewers. Let's go to the watch list viewer and midday Monday update. Midday, yeah. All right, so we looked at the indices. Now let's talk about stuff that's going on in the news. All right, let's go back and talk about stuff that's going on in the news. Let me bring that up for you. And this is big. Let's go to the web. This is big. Powell tapped for the second term as Fed chair. And that's, I think, is what's trying to make the market move up today overall. What am I bringing in Patrick for? What am I bringing in Patrick for, Dave? Patrick does his thing, and I do my thing, and we do our thing. And sometimes we do our thing together. But why am I bringing... Listen, Dave, I've never put you in timeout. I don't even think I'm going to put you in timeout today. I just hear you. That's one of those loose nut steering wheel thingies, a dummy on the keyboard, and we all have done it. Did you just call me a dummy on the keyboard? Wow. I'm going to put that up there. Oh, my gosh. It's one of the, wow, a dummy on the keyboard. We've all done it. I love that. And I like this one, too. What just happened? That's not what I clicked. What is that? All right. We've all had some rainiosity here in Central Florida this past week. And here's Jay Kelly. I like this, Jay. Love the content you provide. And folks, if you do like the content, folks, I always tell you, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Patrick is one of my top 5 favorite hosts. We ain't got 5 favorite hosts. We ain't got 5 of them. Oh, gosh. So, there. Did I put you in timeout once, Dave? Did I really? I don't remember doing that. All right. So, man. All right. Let's get in. Powell tap for the second term. I think that's going to be good for the market, even though he's got to be the guy that's going to raise rates. You know, we might like him now, but we're going to hate him when he does that, but it needs to be done. All right, it needs to be done. Now, how about this? How did I get to Southwest like this? I don't want that. Here's my other story. Because he got renominated, bank stocks rise on the decision to nominate Jerome Powell. We're going to take a look at bank stocks and what they're doing today. Something like this could definitely do that for bank stocks. Here's a stock that's rocking today. Astra stock surges 30% after the rocket builder reached orbit successfully. How many of you are trading this stock? We looked at it in the Jockey Club this morning, and we did get into it. Shares of a rocket builder Astra surged in trading Monday after the company reached orbit for the first time over the weekend. This is stock. Now, put this with Elon Musk, man, are they going, now they're a rocket builder. Are they direct competition to Elon Musk? That's a good question. Getting orbit really hard, Astra, the only other companies I can count on, blah, 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 Astra C. I wonder if this is competition to Elon Musk. Somebody chime in about that for me. Are they getting orbit, Astra, The launch makes Astra the latest among small group of U.S. companies to reach orbit with a privately funded rocket joining SpaceX and Virgin. So they might all be a little bit competition here. SpaceX and Virgin. Nice. Hussein, thank you for that. Looks like they're all trying to go for that. They're all trying to go for that. All saying, yeah, if you keep on putting us all in timeout, there will be nobody left. Jay, you're going to timeout. What the heck? Patrick is an assassin, and Glenn is a spray and pray day trader. You know what I got for you? That's what I got for you. All right. So interesting. A stock to keep our eyes on. I just thought, Joff, we used to be friends. I don't know if I want to be your friend right now. Stock to keep your eyes on as space exploration is popping up after NASA left to a certain degree. So now SpaceX, Virgin Atlantic, and now Astra. Keep your eye on that stock. Now, how about this? Apple building a car is a matter of when, not if. Now, interesting, when you look at companies like Lucid, you look at companies like Rivian, you look at companies like XPEV. XPEV is in China, though. But you look at these two companies in the United States, are these, and Glenn is starting to spread rumors. I'm spreading rumors right now. I'm thinking that Lucid or Rivian are prime targets for Apple to buy. Anybody? All right, anybody? I'm thinking that Lucid or Rivian are going to be prime targets for Apple to buy. Anybody want to comment on that? Rivian may be a bad deal since their batteries don't last as first reported, and the Ford-Rivian agreement is dissolved. Oh, yeah, Eric, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that because that is big news. That Ford stopped the collaboration with Rivian. So Amazon still backs Rivian. Ford was a backer of Rivian. Ford had a 12% stake in Rivian, and Amazon had a 20% stake in Rivian. And now, as this is coming out, their batteries may not be as good as they think. And what have I said so far about Rivian? I need to see them do what they got to do. All right. When the rubber meets the road, can they sell cars? And if this is going to prevent them in selling cars, Rivian is going to fall. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Why not? They got the money. I'm with you on that, Joff. I'm with you. I'm thinking. I'm starting a rumor. All right. Ninja says good idea on Lucid. Not sure about Rivian. Lucid looks good. Lucid looks good, and maybe even better than Rivian. Even though Rivian had the backing, Lucid looks good. And how about this? How Ford and GM can close the gap with Rivian. Now, this is a story that just came out too on November 19th. I'm not sure how apt this story is. When I pulled the story, I said, okay. But as I looked, later news came out about the Rivian cars. I'm not sure they're going to have a hard time closing the gap. And there's another story. Where's the story? I had a story that I guess I didn't put it up here, that Ford and Rivian had dissolved their collaboration. That's going to be bad for Rivian. That's going to be bad for Rivian. Congrats, Orbit is not easy, Musk wrote in a tweet to Astra. I mean, you know something? Even though they may be all competition, think about it. You can get better prices if you go to somebody else to go ride up in space. Me and Joey going to ride up in space, right? Joey, you going to ride with me up in space when it comes time? Yes?
Yeah.
There we go. So me and Joey are going to space, and we're going to go with somebody. And Joey's going to hook me up, and he's going to pay my $1.5 million to go up in space because he's my boy. Lucid has a couple of Apple engineers working for them. I'm telling you, I'm putting that out there. Yes, I'm starting a rumor that Apple could be looking at buying Lucid. And that whole story of it's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when Apple really gets into the electric car business. They're still looking along with Google to get an autonomous car. All right. But, if the money can be made in the electric vehicles, Apple could dump on board. Doesn't Apple want a car without steering wheel? Yeah, I just said that, Gregory. They're looking for an autonomous car. They're trying to go after an autonomous car. But if the electric car business can get them some money and grow their cap, there you go. And Susie on Facebook says, Lucid, I agree. I'm thinking, folks, this may not be so far-fetched. Apple's got the money. Apple's got the money. And the Lucid car can go 500 miles. 500 miles. I'm going to have a little bit of Pepsi. I ain't supposed to be drinking Pepsi today, but I'm thirsty. I was a little parched. All right, I was a little parched. All right. And the last story I've got here, Netflix turns its attention to films it hopes everyone wants to see. How many of you saw Red Notice on Netflix? Type a 1 in the room if you've seen Red Notice. Excuse me. Type a 2 in the room if you haven't. Type a 1 in the room if you've seen Red Notice. Type a 2 if you haven't. It was actually a pretty decent movie. Ryan Reynolds is funny, The Rock, and Wonder Woman. You know something? She's a beautiful woman playing that role, even though she wasn't playing Wonder Woman in this. Gal Gadot, I think that's her name. It was a good movie. I'm seeing a lot of 2s. If you didn't, go check it out. All right, and I think Netflix is trying to go after a lot of movies. Do you know how hard it is, folks, to grow this business and trying to put out new content that people will see? Think about it. Even from a YouTube perspective, between Patrick and I, we got to put out new content that you guys want to see. Imagine that 100 times more when you're in the streaming industry. So it ain't tough. I mean, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. So those are the big stories for today. Let's go see what my stocks look like for them. Big news. There's Ford, GM, Apple, Netflix, Astra, and Rivian. Notice that Rivian is getting smoked like a pound of bacon. Yeah, it's getting smoked like a pound of bacon. Astra is up nicely, 24%. Apple's up today. GM and Ford are all up today. Netflix is down a little bit, but not nearly as much as Rivian. Let's take a look at the top 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 of them that are going up out of the 6. Let's view that on the stock graph. Let's go look at the quad box thingy. Put them all. Let's go put these all on the end of day, just to show how good and solid these stocks are. Even Astra getting out into space, nicely stayed above the 20-day exponential moving average. But look at that level of support, bounced right off of it and catapulted back up, went back into space. We just went back into space. Look at Ford. Wow, Ford is consolidating, but nice looking equity curve. Look at the earnings and the earnings growth. Look at Apple. Man, you can never tell me anything bad about Apple. Apple is just that good, and I'll say it each and every. I love me some Apple, but I'm not in love with the Apple. I'm not currently trading it right now, but I might have to look back at that. Ninja says, plus Gadot is actually fit and has real muscles. She's a gorgeous woman. My wife and I watched Wonder Woman. She hadn't watched Red Notice yet, but man, Glenn's house for movie and popcorn. Everybody, come on over. Come on, I'd take each and every one of y'all. Look at GM, nicely moving higher, nice up day today. Wow, look at Apple. All of these are good stocks. And oh no, please don't tell me thank you. All right, but wait a minute. All right, I can close out of the graph. Man, I thought I did it again. But stocks that are making the big news, the top 4 look good. So you can't deny that. Earnings this week, I didn't find anything. Earnings season is getting all, I didn't find anything that I really, really, really want to talk about. Let's go to the fastest sectors. So when I showed you on the homepage, the top 5 sectors, right? These are the sectors right now ranked by all the way to the top 1, 2, 3, 4, the top 5 sectors. We're going to do this a little differently. I'm going to go to searches. Why does the G? Well, anyway, let's go to Delta Searches sectors. And I want to see the top moving sectors over the last 10 days by relative timing. Look at that. 10-day RT Delta. Look at that, though. Wow. If you look, because of the way the market is going right now, look at the 10-day RT deltas. There's nothing that's really positive. 1, 2, 3 that are flat. How interesting is that? I'm going to go to apparel, though, because we talked about building in metal products for the infrastructure bill. This makes it tough. Looking at it this way, not a lot moving positive over the last 10 days. This is a sign that the market could be turning around to the downside. Does everybody see that? Yes or no? Type it in the room. Does everybody see that information right there? Yes or no? And if you feel, that this was well worth you being here today, just being able to see this, the top 10 sectors, the top sectors over the last 10 days not moving, if that was useful to you, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Holy smokes. This is a telltale sign of what's going on right now. And we're doing this intraday. If this was of good use to you, 1, hit the like button. 2, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. All right, and with that, let's go to apparel because we already talked about building and metal products. Let's go view the stocks in that sector. Now, keep in mind, if you pick up these stocks, let's go sort. There was 38 of them. Let's bring the top ones to the list. Wow, that was huge. And that happened by accident for me to bring that out to you to the forefront right there. That 10-day RT delta on sectors in the top 3 were all just at 0. That is a real telltale sign as to what's going on in the market right now that you could use whenever you want. Again, that wasn't me doing that on purpose. That happened by accident. Victoria's Secret. Ooh, Victoria, what is your secret? All right, anyway, let's take the top 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the top 4 in one of the fastest moving sectors, even though it's just at 0, one of the fastest moving sectors. And I'm going to take this, put it on the stock graph. Let's go put it on the quad box thingy. All right, let's go see if it's worth it. Now, OXM, look at that. Nicely moving up. Earnings and earnings rate, earnings growth is going up. I'm not feeling whatever. I'm not feeling that one just quite yet. Waze, I do like the nice bump up off of the 20-day. Victoria's Secret, but this one is what catches my attention. OXM and Waze, WEYS. Now keep in mind, if the market does close in a confirmed down, these are aggressive trades. And right now, in case you didn't know, these are aggressive trades. All right, my suggestion would be to go with the trend of the market, folks. Never forget that. But I can find stocks that are going against the trend that you can take advantage of, but just be very careful. If you're not comfortable doing that, then don't. So that was just a quick look. Let's run that again. That's a quick look of the sectors that have gone up the most in the last 10 days, and now I've got 4. I've got 4 that are right at 0. Nothing is straight up positive. Interesting. Bank stocks, though. Bank stocks are starting to move. Fastest sectors. Let's go look at that. I want to go, since bank stocks made the news, right? Because of the Fed chief, let's do this. Let's go down to my Trending Thursday. I've got a list of bank stocks for you in Trending Thursday. There it is, bank stocks. And let's go see how many bank stocks I have in there. I've got 13. So JP Morgan is in there, Wells, Citigroup, all of that is in there. Let's go see. Look at these. These are all today. All of the bank stocks are up today. Let's go look at the top 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which are Citi, Wells, M&T, and BB&T. Let's right-click, view the stock graph. Let's bring up the Ford quad box thingy. All the bank stocks are moving out. Let's go look at them. And what? Did that not just highlight all of them? No. Sigh. You folks saw I had all 4 of them highlighted. All right. Now let's go put it on the 4 quad box thingy. Let's go take a look at them on an end-of-day perspective first. How about Citi? Big mover today. M&T Bank, nice, hitting a 3-month high. This is the only one hitting a 3-month high. I do like the move on Citi. Wells Fargo is a little bit of in the channel. And TFC, which is BB&T, is starting to move back up again today. Let's go move these on to intraday, 5-minute bar current day. Intraday, 5-minute bar current day. Intraday, 5-minute bar current day. And last, intraday, 5-minute bar current day. This is what's going on. Citi looks good. Citi today, not going below the 20-period exponential moving average, but a little bit of a consolidation. Wells Fargo went up and just went sideways today. BB&T did a good job like Citibank, moved up consolidating just like Citibank is consolidating. And M&T went up. And all three of these, actually all four of them are consolidating. But Citi, M&T, and BB&T are nicely still above the 20-day, whereas Wells Fargo is flirting back and forth with it. All right. Polo like Laurent. Yeah, like Ralph Polo, Laurent, him. What's going on with my Facebook people? Susie says yes. Just making sure you guys don't talk as much on Facebook as the guys talk on YouTube. Just saying. All right, so those are my banking stocks. Because they made the news, I wanted you to take a look at those. All right, where are we at right now? Industry ETFs, going to get an idea of where the money's going today. So here's all my industries. They're pretty much looked at on one side in regards to XLE, but listen, this is going to be a growing group. I have an ETF pretty much for all of the different sides of the market. The industrials, the oils, financials, real estate, healthcare, energy, trust, copper. I wanted to see where the money is flowing to today, and it's going into energy and financial. All right, it's going, and with Powell coming back on, that made sense about the financials, but oil is going up. Interesting. Energy and oil are going up. Brent, oil, energy, interesting. Interesting that they are going up. That's where money is going today. And that's the reason why I have the industry ETFs, is to see where the money is going today. And it looks like it starts from consumer staples, Brent, oil, financial, and energy. That's where the big money is going. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a look at the top 4. View the stock graph. I like this comparison that we can do. We don't use this 4-box quad thingy nearly enough. But here's the energy, fell below the 20-period exponential moving average. Nice up day today. How about the financials getting right at that level of the 20-day? Brent oil currently below, and oil, the US oil currently below. Consolidation. I like the financials, though, starting to pop up, and I like the energy starting to pop up. Let's see if they can both get and stay above the 20-period exponential. All right, so that's from the industry ETFs. I like this one for you, too, speculative plays. These are stocks that, by a couple of different means, are starting to move. Whether it's the 3 and the 8, whether it stands EMA squeeze, or Dr. David Paul's bow tie, I go through and I try to find some stocks that meet some of the criteria for you. They tend to always be under $10, and they are going to be a little bit more speculative plays. All right, they are going to be more speculative plays for you to keep on your radar. Let's go take a look at the top 4. All right, right-click, view the stock graph. Now remember, these are speculative plays. I don't want you guys to lose sight of that. These are speculative plays. Jay says, yada, yada, yada. What are you yada, yada-ing about? Oh, my goodness. So, speculative plays. Just recently, PRVB went above the 20-day exponential moving average, a little bit choppy in the stock's price, so it's a little bit more volatile. A little bit of give back today after it gapped up, but it did hit a new 3-month high, and look at the rising earnings and the rising earnings growth. All right, and recently the stock probably hit one of those criteria of either the 3A cross, an EMA squeeze, or Dr. Paul a bow tie. Now, JG, I'm thinking that this is going to have some potential with the infrastructure bill. Look at that basing right at the low. Now, nice open candle above the 20-day. Notice here, it did do the same thing, but look at the big wick. A lot of sellback. Not on this candle here. I like that it's getting ready, that it is breaking above the 20-day. It's got headwinds at the level of $1.83. Once it gets to that point, it does have upside to $2.66. Remember, these are speculative plays. PILBF, Pilbara Minerals, a little bit of consolidation right now, low dollar. It met the criteria of something that I was looking for, so I want you to keep your eyes on it. Teseko Mines, gold play, now bouncing up above the 20-day. It does have a level of resistance at 238, but look at the earnings growth. Let me take me off again. Yeah, look at that. Look at the earnings growth. Look at everything about the stock is good. I would like for you to keep your eye on that stock. Earnings growth, sales growth, all look good on TGB. All look good on TGB. Just keep your eyes on that stock as a speculative play. All right, today's big movers. These are stocks from the Daily Boomers. Look at this. Let's sort this by percent price change. Wow, Ross, Vonage, Astra. We already looked at Astra, so I'm not going to look at that. Go take a pass that over one, and Avaya. 4 stocks, all up over 20% today. All up over 20% today. Let's go see if it's worth it. So they're nicely moving up today. Let's go put these onto my quad box thingy. So now this is not me. Oh, man, how did that happen again? This is not me. This is strictly by way of just looking at the big movers in the software. All right? Not my picks. View the stock graph. This is strictly looking at a search. All right, let's try this again. Bada boom, bada bing. And a lot of these will do this. Will gap up like this, but no legs. Look at that. That's just straight up gap up. And this is on end of day. Now, Ross, Klupin Group. Look at this big up day today. I don't know if this was an earnings play. It was an earnings play a couple of days ago. Nice move up. Very little wick at the top, coming off a level of support. Keep your eye on that. It does have a level of resistance at $5, though. It's got a level of resistance. Look at the rising earnings growth. Something to keep your eyes on. Vonage, big jump up, but nothing more. And big volume, that was that. Was that earnings? Nope, that wasn't earnings. That was some kind of news that I don't know about. Avaya, nice open candle today, hitting a new 3-month high. And MPLM, I like that after being in a downtrend, it could be possibly breaking down through that downtrend. 3 and the 8 across, not the 3 and the 8. Stocks prices going above the 20-day exponential moving. Both earnings and earnings growth look good. Keep your eyes. Some of these stocks are just stocks for you to keep your eyes on. All right, and time the trades. Last thing. Wall Street Bets, the top 12 talked about stocks on Wall Street Bets. Oh, man, what happened? Top 12 stock, what happened? Wow, that's interesting. Speculative plays. Well, what happened to all my stuff in here? Wow, all my watch list went bye-bye. Joey, you got anything for me? That's the software. Huh?
No.
That's the VectorVest software. That's interesting. All of my watch list went kablooey. Well, my last thing was going to be about Wall Street Bets. So I'll do it this way. If that's the case, let me bring this up. Let me do it this way. Here's my Wall Street Bets. And these are the most talked about stocks in Wall Street Bets today. X is up there for GME. AMC is not up here, but GME is the third top meme stock today. Wire, which is Encore, is moving. MU, Tesla, NVIDIA, PayPal, Uber, AMD, Palantir. Palantir is all over Twitter, all over Twitter. So,
You try closing and reopening it.
no, I'm done. I mean, I'm good now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm good now. All right, my VectorVest software did something wild also, says Ron. All right, how to pick the best stocks short of buying puts on them. You know, Stephanie, how about this? I'm not ready to tell you to go short yet, but if you want to go short, I think this will be a good end up to the day. Let's go. You can go to Unisearch, and if you want to find stocks to sell short, searches short, boom. We've got searches specifically for finding. Look at that. We got a lot of searches to find stocks to sell short, Stephanie. All right. If any of you are not comfortable in selling stocks short, then I'm going to take you to the ETFs, and I'm going to take you to contra ETFs. Buying contra ETFs, run that. That's a good place to look at some of the best ones. I would sort this by percentage price change. Where's it at? And I would look at which ones are going up the fastest. Stephanie, does that make sense? Yang, LABD, SOX short. Yeah. Some of these are triple leverage, so be careful with them. But Stephanie, 2 ways to find stocks or ETFs to play to the downside. 1, look at buying contra ETFs in the Unisearch tool. Sort by percentage price change. Number 2, if you are comfortable selling stocks short, we do have a folder that says searches short to take advantage of shorting stocks. Stephanie, does that answer your question? And for those people, again, who are not subscribers to the VectorVest software, 99 cents gets you access to these searches as well. All right. Got over 100 likes. That's awesome. For those of you who have not already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? All right, hit the subscribe button, folks. Hit that subscribe button, and because this is what it's all about. We're here to help bring this kind of analysis to everybody here on YouTube. All right, that's why I ask you to share this with the people that you know. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you'll be alerted to when videos like this come out, these live streams. And this is what we do. This is all about what we do. And Stephanie, excellent question. But Stephanie, did I answer your question? Michael says, Stephanie, that was an excellent question. And that was a good, but Stephanie, did I answer your question? All right, I hope I did. I hope I did. Giving you 2 opportunities to know how to play the market to the downside. Whether it's on shorting stocks, we have it out there for you, or whether you're comfortable with playing contra ETFs, we have it out there for you. We are an all-encompassing system, folks. A lot of flexibility, but a lot of usability. That's what we have, and that's what we do. Hey, how many of you like my new glasses? Type of 1 in the room if you do. How many of you like my new glasses? I'm not feeling them because they keep falling off my face. But these are brand new glasses. If you like my glasses, type that. I'll get a close-up. If you like my glasses, type of 1 in the room. Just curious. As we end up for the day, I just wanted to know. And if you don't like my glasses, you can type it too. Susie's typed a 1. Thank you, Susie. I appreciate that. You can type it too if you don't like it. Drew says, thank you, Glenn. Good info today. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for supporting this. Really, Joey, you're going to type a 3? Really? All right. 1, just need to get tighter. Yeah, no, I need them to get all fixed up the right way. I don't like the way they fit. All right. Maria says, stay strong, stay healthy, Glenn. Thank you for that, Maria. I'm working on it. Those glasses look glossy. One needs to be judicious with the many great searches in VectorVest, though, as you will have many picks. You will. All right. So as time goes along, I'll probably, if the market continues to go down, I may start highlighting some searches in YouTube videos. I may start highlighting some searches in the YouTube videos. So make sure you support the channel and subscribe to the channel so that you can get alerted to when videos like that come out. But today, the video is going to be strictly about crypto, but I'm going to take a different take on it. And it may open your eyes to how to better consider playing crypto. So make sure make sure that you watch today. Well, at least we know he is not a fathead. You hear that, Joey? I'm not a fathead because these don't fit. I'm not a fathead. You hear that, Joey?
It's debatable.
It's not debatable. I'm not a fathead. All right. With that, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha, and bom dia. All right. And how about salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.